Hello, Verbling.com members. Welcome to another English class brought to you by Verbling.com. Verbling.com is where you can connect and practice your English with a native speaker instantly. My name is Geoff Watson. I am from Vancouver, Canada. And this hour, I am here to help you with some reading. We are going to read some information that I have found on the internet about two of the main people who created the very successful company PayPal. These people have sold the company and have used their money to start up new and interesting projects. And so the people are Peter Thiel and Elon Musk. And so I have a document here that we will be reading. I'm sorry, I did not upload this document to the Verbling.com website. So we will be using the screen share to do the reading. And I'm hoping that students will be sharing their ideas and opinions about the information in the story, so that we will not only be doing reading and answering questions about vocabulary and pronunciation, but also that students or participants will share their ideas and opinions. All right, and so what I would like to do, first of all, is to ask people to say hello. Could you please introduce yourselves to the group and answer two questions. Have you heard of PayPal, and do you know anyone who uses it? And two, what do you think of some of the most interesting and innovative new companies in the world? Okay, and so let's begin, and it doesn't look like the Verbling chat box is working, and so I'm going to switch to the Google Hangout chat box, and let's start by saying hello to Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed. Ahmed, we can't hear you. I'm going to go to Ghassan. Welcome.
Hey Geoff, how are you?
Great, thank you.
Yeah, my name is Hassan. I'm from Iraq, Baghdad.
And so now, have you heard of PayPal? And do you know anyone who is using that?
Yes, actually I have heard of it, but the credit cards in Iraq doesn't support it, so I don't have one. And I needed one few times, but I couldn't use because of that. Okay.
And what do you think of some of the other, let me see, groundbreaking or innovative new companies like PayPal, Facebook, Google, things like that? Some of these new companies that have become so successful.
Well, I think I distinguish between PayPal and Facebook. PayPal and Western Union and stuff like this, they are very useful, and they're helping people, especially the consumers, not the companies. They're helping the normal people like me and you. So those are very good. For Facebook, I think it's exaggerated, and they say it's worth 100 billion or something. Yeah, it's nice to have it, you know, to have fun, to see old friends. Actually, find like my college friends after more than 10 years on Facebook. So it's and we live in different countries, but it's not you know, something necessary like PayPal or so, like banks or something like that.
Oh, great! And actually, thank you for your comment. And just if students could please keep their microphones muted as you're joining the class. And so I'd like to say hello to, I'm going to try and say hello to Ahmed. Ahmed, are you there? Hello, Ahmed. Okay. Now we hear a bunch of background noise, so I'm going to turn off your microphone. And Jose Luis, hello, welcome.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jose Luis. I'm from Spain.
And the question we're asking is, do you know about PayPal?
Yes, I've used sometimes. Yes, I bought some items by internet paying with PayPal. It's very useful.
Okay, great. And what do you think of some of these other new companies that have been created recently? Something like PayPal. Can you think of another example?
No, I don't know any other examples.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we were talking about Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
Well, and Google. No, but Gossen's comment, one of the other participants, was good. But what do you think of the way that the world's economy is changing and the impact of the internet?
Everything is changing very fast, very quickly.
Good.
So and sometimes we have to make an effort to adapt to the new changes, to new companies, new things that are evolving.
Okay. No, thank you. That's great.
I found very complicated.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No, thank you. Great comment. Maria, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I was in this class or not.
Yeah, you're here.
The connection is not good. Okay.
Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Well, I live in Spain. I was in your class last Sunday. I enjoyed a lot. And, well, that is it. That is all.
And do you know of PayPal?
Yes, I think I used once.
Okay, all right. And can you think of any other new companies or new ways of doing business, that have been created recently?
Yes, it is about Android. I think, well, I don't know.
Yes.
There is a lot of applications. Every day there are more and more applications.
Okay.
And I think that is a good market.
Yeah. All right, great. And so have you used some of these applications?
Yeah. I have a little tablet. Well, we say tablet, I don't know.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yes.
And I use some applications for learning English, dictionaries and exercises I find. So I use it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'd like to move on to Maria Jose. Hello.
Hello, Geoff. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Maria Jose from Colombia, and I think that the news, I don't know, the news, how do you say? I forget the name. The news technological develops.
Developments? Okay.
The developments are really good for the society because we can find a lot of information with
All right, great.
With only a internet connection, I think.
Okay, and can you give us a specific example of something that you're doing that's new, that's different?
Okay, maybe I had never bought something by Amazon, but last week
all right.
I bought a book. And it wasn't available in Colombia, so I had to buy outside the country.
Oh, excellent. All right, that's a great example.
Yes.
Amazon is only really a few years old. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can Google how old Amazon is. And the whole idea of of selling electronic books now too, and the creation of iTunes. Okay, thank you, Maria Jose.
Okay.
Excellent. And then Omar, hello.
Hello, teacher. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity one more time.
No, and thanks always.
So
you need to thank verbling.com. They are making this possible. So, yeah. Welcome, Omar.
Yeah,
please introduce yourself.
Thank you, teacher. Yeah, well, my name is Omar. I'm from Panama. And I just came in, and I don't know what you're talking about because, I just came in.
So we're talking about, well, first of all, I wanted to ask you if you use PayPal, and have you heard of this?
Well, teacher, I have heard about PayPal, but I had never used it.
Okay.
So, and even though I don't know how to use it, and
all right,
well, and to be honest, I would like to know what is PayPal and how it works. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right, and then that's actually not the subject for today, but and what about some of the new companies like Facebook or Amazon or Apple with their iTunes or Google, anything like that you use?
No, I have never used them, to be honest. So because sometimes I try to access to technology, I don't know how to use it. So I think I think it had been made for from the past.
Okay.
To be honest,
all right.
I'm really sorry, teacher.
No, but when Jose Luis was talking about that, how these things are a little difficult to learn how to use. All right, and so Teo Llorente Garcia, hello. Teo Llorente Garcia. Okay, we cannot hear you. And so I'm going to go to, we have Ahmed, are you there? Oh, Alex, you just appeared. And Luismi Vaquero? Yes, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Luismi. I'm from Spain.
Great, and what we're talking about is, have you used PayPal?
Yes, I know PayPal. I use any time. Yes.
Okay, great. And any other new companies that you have started using?
Yes, I also use Facebook and iTunes. And Android.
Oh, really? Can you give me an example of how you use Android?
Yes, I write some applications for mobile phone.
Okay, for your mobile phone. And
yes.
And so you bought some applications. Can you give us one example of an application that you like?
Yes, WhatsApp. For example, WhatsApp and Facebook, and Line and Fantastic.
Okay, so those are ways of staying in touch with people from your mobile phone. Okay, yes. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And where are we next? Alex, are you there? Alex?
Okay, can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, I couldn't unmute the phone. All right, so what was the topic?
Yeah, sorry. Well, please introduce yourself, and we're talking about PayPal. Do you know of PayPal?
Okay, so yeah, I'm from Romania. I'm about 24 years old, somewhat interested in technology. So yeah, I have used PayPal a few times.
Okay. And what about some of the other new companies that have been created, like Google, like Facebook, like
these are
iTunes?
These are not really new, are they? So I think they all have a few years behind them.
Sure.
But if we are talking about money, I guess I could mention Bitcoin, if you know about that.
Okay, good. No, please mention that.
Okay, so it's a new technology. It's cryptocurrency. Basically, it all exists digitally. There are no physical, coins or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically, it's outside the control of any state, any jurisdiction.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just picking up steam. I think it was developed a few years back in 2009.
Okay. No, that's awesome. So that connects with what we're going to talk about. So excellent. And Teo,
Hello.
are you there? Yes.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself.
Yes. I'm Teo. I'm from Spain. This is my first class here in Berlin.
Great. Welcome.
I am a user of PayPal. Sometimes I buy some stuff, eBay, Alibaba, a lot of internet shop, and the other question about technology and new companies. Good. I think that I don't know how to say. Do you know Alibaba?
Sorry.
Like PayPal, Alibaba is a web like PayPal, but with you can find a lot of supplier and provider of a lot of stuff, and you can find a great item with a great cheap price.
Okay. Great.
It's a good company.
Yeah, maybe you can put that in the Google chat box. Okay. And all right. And then I think we've had a chance to say hello to everyone. And so what I'd like to do is to start. Now, the idea for the topic this class was that PayPal was created by a group of people, and they have sold the company and made a lot of money. And so, and just if everyone could please mute their microphones for us, please. And so these owners or creators of PayPal have sold PayPal and have gone on to new projects. And so the first person that I wanted to talk about was Peter Thiel. And so let's start doing some reading, and then people can share their ideas about this person and their new projects. Okay, and so let's begin with Ahmed. Ahmed, are you there? And if people can keep their microphones muted, please, to avoid all of that background noise. Ahmed, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Geoff?
Yes, but you need to turn up your volume.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, please go ahead, and please speak loudly for us.
Okay. Peter Thiel, founder of PayPal, invested 1.224 million to create floating micro countries.
Okay, great. So this is one of this gentleman here is one of the founders of PayPal. And then in English, when you read the decimals, you need to read each number individually. So I would say 1.24 million. Okay.
Okay.
So here's a picture, an artist's conception of one of these floating, what did he say? A little micro country, a floating micro country. All right. Yes, okay. And so could you read this for us, please?
Yes, sure. When Peter Thiel has an idea, people listen. Thiel founded PayPal, was the first to invest in the Facebook, and now wants to build floating mini
countries.
Actually,
you see it?
It's not moving. No, it's countries in the far off open ocean that would be free from the laws and any nation. and he plans to do it through the
seasteading.
Seasteading institution, an organization founded in 2008 that facilitates the creation of uh, sovereign mobile communication communities in the internet in the international waters.
Okay, great. And so thank you so much. Good job with your pronunciation. And so what's the idea here? Could somebody please put this information in their own words? Do we understand the idea? Just turn on your microphone and say hello. Yes. Who was that? Ah, yes, Gassin.
Yeah, I think he wants to make. He wants to make homes and probably cities or villages like a big boat, a big ship. But instead of we calling it ship, we call it a country. It's floating on the water, and instead of you having a room, renting a room in this cruise or ship, you actually buying a part of it as your house or villa and live there, and trying to make it a separate country. So probably they have to make new laws and constitutions and stuff like that.
Okay, absolutely. All right, so he wants to create these little tiny countries, these little independent states. Yeah. All right, great. Thank you.
Maybe. Geoff, it's not applicable,
sorry?
Right?
Yes, Ahmed?
It's not applicable.
I don't understand what you mean by applicable.
Which is it cannot be done. It cannot be
So I understand that yes, it is possible because of the international waters, and that I think that there have been some other examples of small little islands or actually constructions like oil drilling platforms that have become little independent countries. Yeah. So it's possible. All right. And so I'd like to move on to the next person. So sorry, I'm just bringing up my screen. And so who read the last part?
I think it was Ahmed.
Ahmed, yes.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Alex, could you read this next portion, please? And just if everyone else could keep their microphones muted, please.
Okay, so the micro-country Thiel proposes are diesel-powered, movable, 2,000-ton structures built on oil rig-like platforms with space for 270 residents to live. Thiel believes these islands may be important in experimenting with new ideas for government, such as no welfare, no minimum wage, fewer weapon restrictions, and looser building codes.
Okay, I quite frankly I don't understand exactly what a little platform is going to have with experimenting about those ideas, but certainly, as Gassin said, yeah. Gassin, go ahead.
I say who needs gun when there is just 250 person,
right.
And probably there is no bears to hunt. There is no animals to hunt. So who needs gun there?
No, but a new society or government, and then as Alex said, maybe even creating their own currency, this kind of thing. And so yeah. All right. Well, this is this is the idea, and I'm just going to move down now. And so we have someone new, German. Well, German, are you there? Hello, Herman. Are you there? Remolina.
Hello. Yes.
Yes. Welcome.
Thanks.
Please introduce yourself. Where are you calling from?
Okay, I am Herman. I from Colombia,
Great.
And I learn in English in an institute of my university.
Okay, good.
And I am not very good in with the language,
Okay.
but I here for learn.
Okay, excellent. So can you see the screen? Can you
Yes.
see the text on the screen? Could you please read that for us?
Okay. I start
The venture.
the venture.
Please.
Okay. The venture isn't surprising from TL, a well-known libertarian who once wanted to use a currency on a valentine with any nation for PayPal. TL, I go ahead.
Yes, please continue. Yeah.
Okay. TL has invested 1.24 million in the venture, the latest in a string of ventures he's funded that seek to push humans into the unknown or unconventional, including DNA sequencing, commercial space travel, and a movement toward unschooling.
Unschooling.
Schooling. Okay.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. I'm just going to help a little bit with, again, 1.24 million. It's surprising. It's not surprising from him. And he originally wanted to create their own currency, unaffiliated, unconnected with any nation for PayPal. All right. So he has lots of new ideas. And now, what is the definition of a libertarian? Does anyone know? You just turn on your microphone. Yes, Yasin?
A person who give liberty to someone, a person who to set free.
Yes, okay, now Omar, that's good. Now, someone who believes in liberty and freedom, definitely. Yeah, and Gassen, did you have a comment?
Oh, I think you said it. It means he believes in, there should be less rules and less restrictions on everything.
Right. So, yeah, and I think it's a political opinion. Libertarians believe that government should be very small and that people should be free. Yeah, as both of you said, with fewer restrictions and laws, etc. All right. And so let's move on here. So, Gassen, could you please read this for us?
Of course. And the self-made billionaire has a timeline for his micro countries. He plans to launch a floating office park off the coast of San Francisco next year. Predicts full settlement of the first island in 2019 and aims to have 10 million floating residents by 2015.
Okay, great. And just the pronunciation, 2050. 50.
Yes, of course.
Okay, great. So here are some of the artists' designs of what these very small platforms will look like. There are a couple of more designs, very attractive, and places for the helicopters to land, and places to park their luxury yachts. I'm assuming that most of these people would be extremely rich. This may be a way for rich people to avoid paying taxes. Another way for them. All right, and so I'm just going to turn off the screen share for a minute, and I just wanted to get just some people to volunteer, and I'm looking for students who haven't participated so far. What's your idea about these little tiny independent communities or countries? Does anybody have some ideas? Maybe Maria Jose, do you have a reaction to his idea? Okay, we can't hear you, Maria Jose, and so...
Sorry, Geoff, I was talking with my grandpa, so I lost the idea of the class.
Okay. So I'll go on to Luismi. Do you have a comment about the idea?
Sorry?
Luismi, do you have an idea, a comment about his idea?
No, I think that it's interesting for the future, because I think that it's a option for the richer people.
Okay.
And I think it's a project that could be begin in the future.
Okay, well, it's according to Peter Thiel, he's going to start it very soon. And let me ask Theo, do you have a reaction to this first idea?
Yes, I think that is a new fiscal paradise or tax paradise, I think.
Excellent.
He's the owner of PayPal, and he has a lot of money, and he knows a lot of people with a lot of money, and the fiscal paradise is crowded of this kind of people, and he think to create a lot of new fiscal paradise close to the countries.
Okay,
you
no,
can move
excellent.
this island, I think.
Right. No, great. Thank you for your opinion. Excellent. And I'm putting in the Google chat box tax haven. That's one of the terms that's used most often. All right. Now, what I'd like to go on is to the next idea, which is unschooling or uncollege. This is another idea. It's a small project of Peter Thiel. And so let's bring that up on the screen. And so here we go. So let me see. Sorry. Oh, no, I have the wrong document here. So, whoops. Give me 1 second, please. I have a second document open here. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. Someone else has a comment? Here we go. Yes. Go ahead, please. Well, okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And now, yes.
Okay. Actually, I think. What about sea pirates? It's not secure, and this community is especially for rich people, so it's not safe.
Right. But I missed your first point. What about what?
Sea pirates.
Pirates.
Yeah, pirates.
Yes, yeah. Piracy, right. So
Yeah.
security will be an issue. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good point. Good point. All right. And then, Luismi, are you there?
Yes.
Have you had a turn reading?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Omar, is it your turn to read?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Yes, please, go ahead.
The case against college. Chill Ladies Philanthropy Brainchild is a program that will award fellowship of $100,000 to the entrepreneurs under the age of 20, on the condition that they drop out of college for 2 years to pursue their venture full time.
Okay, so do you understand what he's doing here?
No, teacher, to be honest.
Okay, so could someone rephrase what his philanthropic idea is? A brainchild is an idea. What is he going to do? Fellowships are similar to scholarships. And just if everyone else could please keep their microphones muted, but I would like to have some participation from students.
I don't know. Can I speak?
Sure, please.
Yeah, I think he wants to, he basically telling them leave the, the college, leave the, traditional way of studying and, completing a degree, and come and do your own job the way you want, in every place you want, and get a result for me. And this is, of course, for 2 years, I think, or something, and they should be young. So basically, he is against the, the systematic, the system of, teaching people. He wants to try unsystematic way of teaching.
Right, absolutely. Okay, and so great. Let's move on here. Sorry, I'm having a little problem here. Now, this Dale Stevens, and a fellowship is like a scholarship, giving money to a student. All right, and so he gave money to 20 students who are under the age of 20, $100,000 each. The only condition was they had to drop out of college and try to succeed with their own personal project. All right. And so I'd like to move on. Teo, are you there?
Yes.
Could you please read this next paragraph?
There is Stephen leads and college, a social movement that aims to turn conventional wisdom on its head when it comes to the role college plays in one's overall success. At 19, Stephen is a Thiel Fellow and currently working on a book about hacking your education.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And so this is one of Thiel's students, essentially, working on their own project. And they want to turn conventional wisdom on its head. So they want to turn conventional or conservative thinking upside down, all right, about college. The concept of how important college is in someone's overall success. Okay, and so I'd like to go on to Ahmed. Could you read this for us, please?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Hello. Please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you see it?
Creativity, yeah. Creativity initiates. The problem is that school kill creativity. Our education system cultivates a mindset where students are rewarded for following direction. If we still need public education to fulfill its original purpose, to train factory workers in the Industrial Revolution, then school would work brilliantly. But times have changed. A May 2010 IPM poll of CEOs found that they deemed creativity to be the number one leadership competency of the successful enterprise of the future.
Okay, good job. Good job. Enterprise. And let me just review some of it. Brilliantly. Innate. Creativity is innate. It is part of us automatically. Cultivates. All right, now we have a lot of information. Now this is the opinion of this young student of Peter Thiel. And so could anyone make some comments about his opinion? And you don't have to explain everything, just to practice making one or two short statements. So, Alex, do you have a comment here?
Not really, not directly to the point this guy makes.
Okay, but go ahead, please.
Well, he says creativity is very important, and yeah, schools kill creativity. I agree with this, but at the same time, I think it's much more important for a person to have some knowledge, lots and lots of knowledge to express their creativity on.
Okay, great. Well, that's a great comment. Now, can someone else make a comment?
A teacher. So I have a comment.
Yes. Sure, go ahead.
I think I do agree with his point of view. So we have to allow to our young people to be creative. So there are many people who act like a robot, and there are many schools around the world who act the same way. Here in my country, in Panama, it's the same. So we have to allow to our kids, we have to allow to our young people to do what they want to do, because all the people are not being created to do the same thing. There are many people. Yeah.
Thank you, Omar. No, I love that,
right.
where many students are like robots. Teo, did you have a comment?
Yes.
Please,
I
go
think
ahead.
that creativity is very important, but you have to have a basic knowledge about math and other subject. Both, I think that is for. I think.
No, thank you. Great. All right. And so I'm going to move on to this idea of unschooling and uncollege here, I guess. And so this is the idea here. And now where are we? Whose turn is it to read? Is it Gassen? Is it your turn?
I'm not sure, but I don't mind to read.
Please go ahead. This is the idea of unschooling or uncollege.
Okay. The idea of unschooling, and by extension uncollege. Instead of sitting in class, unschoolers create their education from the world by finding mentors, taking college classes only when they want to, starting businesses and learning collaboratively.
Collaboratively.
Yeah, and learning collaboratively. Yeah, collaboratively.
I'm having trouble with it as well.
Yeah, by freeing yourself from the strictures of the classroom and the authority of teachers, you escape the system that schools use to inadvertently squander creativity.
Okay, great, thank you. I was having problems with some of those words as well. Collaborate. To collaborate is very common, but the adverb here is not very common. And inadvertently, yes. All right, so then some advanced English there, but the idea is, I just want to make sure that people understand what the idea of a mentor is. What is that? Does someone know?
Yeah, it's someone to help you, someone knows about something better than you, so you go to, to him or to her to get help about certain things.
Right. And the idea is that this person is older and they have lots of experience. So this is it. All right, great. So that's the idea of unschooling. And just if I could ask everyone to please keep their microphones muted, so that we avoid that background sound. And then this is another comment about maybe the problem of college in the United States. These are the words of this young student. Now, Alex, did you have a turn reading?
I think I did a bit earlier.
Yeah, well, but recently.
Not really.
Okay, please, go ahead.
Okay, there are a little over 19 million college students in the United States, each of whom are graduating with an average of $24,000 in debt, according to the nonprofit Institute for College Access and Success. After college, they are forced to find a job to pay off that debt instead of being allowed to take the time to start companies, projects, causes, or initiatives. They are essentially mortgaging their freedom in exchange for a degree.
Sí.
Okay. Now, this
Sí.
is just...
Hola. Sí.
Yes.
Sí.
Hello. Hello. We can hear you. Condor? Condor taxi. No, that's fine. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just going to mute your microphone.
It sounds
yeah.
awful.
No, that's fine. And so some people think that after you finish, you should be free to try and start projects. And well, okay, that's one of the other ideas that Peter Thiel is trying to promote, right? This movement away from the traditional teaching in the educational system. All right, and so what I'd like to do is to move on to the next person. And does anybody have a comment about that? Okay, so I'm going to move on. This is another person who was involved with the creation of PayPal. This is Elton Musk, and I believe his name is. Let me just check that. Yes, Elon Musk, and he has created SpaceX, which is a private company that is doing space exploration, and apparently they are preparing to launch humans into space. All right, so this is what he has done with his money. All right, and so let me see if I could get the next person. So Jose Luis, could you please read this for us?
Yes. SpaceX joined NASA today to talk about what's doing in 2013 to get humans in space with commercial space launches. We feel a sense of urgency to get Americans back into space on safe and reliable transportation on American-made rockets. NASA said it would be turning more and more low Earth orbit activities over to commercial entities, while the US agency will continue to focus on deep space exploration. NASA reps said the...
Sorry, yes?
Said the... Sorry.
It should be there in a second.
The organization is increasingly comfortable about letting the private sector take responsibility for tasks that lie closer to home, such as International Space Station ISS, deliveries of cargo, and astronauts.
Astronauts. Okay. And so one of the other key people who was involved with PayPal has used his money to start this company, SpaceX. You can go to the website if you want, spacex.com. And Elon Musk is the person. And so he is using his money to start this new venture, which really is going to be taking over a lot of the American space program. Right? And so let's go back to this. And Luis, are you there? And Teo, please, could you keep your microphone muted for us, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, and so go ahead, please. Luis,
Yes.
Please read the text for us.
Yes. SpaceX, as you may recall, completed the first ever commercial delivery of cargo to the ISS back in October. As Reisman said, we already had a rocket traveling back and forth to the space station. We took the approach. What do we have to do to modify this to carry people?
Okay,
well,
and let's sorry, I'm going to stop you there. Thank you. And so what did SpaceX do recently? And what is the ISS?
the international the international station.
Space station.
Space station. Yes.
Okay. And what did they do recently? Anyone? SpaceX? This is a private company.
Transportation.
Yes, and what did they transport?
Commercial.
Well, yeah, it's a commercial company, so a private company.
Transport persons to space.
People.
Now they didn't though, but thank you, excellent participation. So they did not transport people, but they transported cargo, which is equipment, perhaps, or food. Yeah. So cargo is just materials. But now they're thinking, hey, how can we modify or change our rocket to carry people? So now they're thinking about taking people up. All right. And so let's go on to the next paragraph here. And so, Theo, could you read this for us, please?
Yeah. Well, that vehicle design already had windows. That was one step down, about $1 million to go. In addition to providing ample proof of the company's financial stability, SpaceX had to design a new launch abort system, life support system, a new launch tower, ergonomic space suites, and a lot of more to get ready for putting people in space. The startup even conducted crew trials on the new design with NASA astronauts.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Great job. Great job. Let me just help you with a little bit of pronunciation. Now, this is an expression where you say one down, so one step down, about $1 million to go. Now, the person's being funny here because they're just saying how incredibly difficult it is to, how easy it is to send materials or cargo into space, but how difficult it is to send people into space. All right, and so they have to design everything, life support systems and space suits. The pronunciation of this word is suits. All right, and so, but they're moving on to sending people into space. All right, and we only have a few minutes left. So what I wanted to do was to ask people for their reaction to this story. And so maybe Condor Taxi, hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Do you have a reaction to this story about a private company sending astronauts into space?
Well, I think that the space race is up to make a big step in order to not only deliver people but equipment, as you recently said.
Right. Okay, great. Yes. And it seems as though the space industry is going to become more and more private. Anyone else with a comment? Sorry?
So I think
yes,
I am very surprised because science has increased a lot, and we have never imagined about that. So I'm really surprised because of that. Because in the future, cargo is going to be transported to space. So I'm learning, to be honest. Oh.
Yeah, no. Well, cargo and satellites and people and other companies are going to take tourists into space. So this is changing very quickly. Right. Okay, now I do have, there's one more thing to share, and I was working a long time to try and prepare this material. for the class. And so I'm going to go down to Tesla Motors. Now, this is a car company that has been purchased by Elon Musk. Okay, so this is his company, and it's a Silicon Valley car making company. And so I'm trying to move down to something that's interesting. So here are their cars, which, so these are, I guess the idea is a sort of a sports car. But then the interesting thing about Tesla Motors is that these are electric cars. Okay? And so there is a whole bunch of information here. Let me see if I can find. Okay, well let's read this. So the now yeah, okay, and then I just need to find out. I think Ahmed, I think you're next. Do you see it, Ahmed?
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
The
Do you
spring
see
wheel.
Yes.
The Model S was the first electric vessel to ever receive Motor Trend's Car of the Year award. Was the most coveted in the automobile industry. The panel gave.
Sorry, I'm just going to stop you there for a second. And so, if people know what, so the Model S, I don't know which car that is, but we saw two cars earlier. And Motor Trend is a magazine, and they give a very prized or important award. And so it's the first electric vehicle to win this. And so, yes, please, go ahead.
The panel gave unanimous discussion on this, something the Motor Trend judges haven't ever seen at their time there.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to stop you there. Sorry.
Yeah.
So not only did the Model S, this electric car, win the Motor Trend Car of the Year, but it was a unanimous decision, which means that all of the judges agreed that this was the best car. And so I just want to go back and show this car. So I'll allow you people to investigate this company yourself. But we're talking about a car company that is specializing in electric vehicles. Okay, all right. And so let me see if we can read this. Alex, could you read this, please?
Okay. Right, so the doubts about the EVs.
That's great. Please.
Okay. Okay. So those doubts would be range anxiety addressed because each supercharger station increases the distance people are able to travel significantly. EVs are just pushing emissions to the power plant addressed because many of the stations are to have solar panels on top and be free from the grid. And cost of EVs addressed because charging is free for Model S owners, driving the cost of driving the same distance in an EV versus an IC EV even lower.
Okay, you did a great job there. All right, and so these are some of the new developments with electric vehicles. And this Elon Musk has also created a company called Solar City, which is giving homes complete packages to become solar energy electric producers. All right, and so we've run out of time. Thank you very much for your participation. great job on your reading. Excellent job on your pronunciation. And thank you so much for expressing your ideas about what we covered. And so some interesting projects started by some of the world's wealthy but innovative people. All right, so
spoiled rich people.
Sorry?
Thank you.
No,
I said spoiled rich people.
Spoiled rich people, yeah. Well, maybe I'm not a big fan of Peter Thiel, but maybe this Elon Musk is doing some very interesting things with electric vehicles and solar energy in homes.
Yeah, about the cars, it's too late to say, but I hear some negative actually reviews on them, and they are too expensive, so it's not for me and you. Thank you again. It was a great class.
No, excellent. Nice to hear your ideas. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.